Hello and welcome to this beautiful Sunday. Well, it's beautiful here. The kids are out at the movies, so I'm taking 5 minutes to answer Alana's questions about reinforcing your hardware and why even when you're working with vinyl, it's really important to do so. Not all vinyls are made the same, and I'll show you. This is the vinyl I made Peter's bag out of that I showed you yesterday. This is by no means a crappy vinyl. It also wasn't cheap. It's got a really nice suede backing on it, and it looks great, vintage style. But it has some one-way stretch in it, and this is where people often come undone when they're making handles and straps. If you're making handles and straps, you need to cut against the stretch. Otherwise, you see how that's moving there and not there. So if you make your strap going this way, it's going to stretch every single time and you will run into trouble. Your straps will fail, and your hardware is very likely to come out of it as well. So there are tons of vinyl on the market. Some is better than others, but for what we're doing with it, if you just know how to treat your vinyl and reinforce it, you won't run into any trouble. And I'll just show you this. So there's 4 layers there, like you would have when you make a strap, and then that 1 layer of vinyl at the back. And I'll show you. Look at that. So this is top quality upholstery vinyl, and the rivet pulled straight through. So there's nothing wrong with the way I set the rivet, and there's nothing wrong with the vinyl. It's just the way we use it. You need to protect it a little bit, and you need to reinforce your hardware, or this will happen every time. If you're selling your bags, you'll have customers come back and go, my bag fell apart, yada, yada, yada. Nothing wrong with the product. You just haven't used it right. And I'll show you this. I'm currently making myself a big duffel bag out of this. This is quite a thin vinyl. It's got that really fine, look, it's not even a fabric, I suppose, almost like a felt backing. And look, I didn't even have to tug on that too much. And I'll show you here. Oh, and the kids are coming back. And look at this. And the kids are going to yell. Look at that, straight through. And here's one with those layers there. There's foam on the back of it. I'm a foam girl. I like to reinforce my bags with foam. And that's going to peel straight through. Then there's this one. So I've got 4 layers there, like you would make with your strap, and then your body of your bag. But I've put gaffer tape on the back of that where I'm going to put my hardware. And you can't really see it, but underneath there's another tiny bit of gaffer tape. This is the tape I use. It's from Super Cheap, and I'll peel it open a little bit. It's got that like cottony thread through it, and I'll turn it up the right way. That's the brand of it. It's super strong, and I use it when I'm backing up hardware, and or sometimes if I install something with washers and you end up bending those little bars back and you end up with lumps, I always put that over the top of it too so it doesn't rub on your lining fabric. And I'll show you the difference it makes. We're just watching the kids. Now you can see that vinyl is still stretching, but that rivet is not going to come through. So you don't have to sew through this. Let's have another go. Yep, that rivet is not going to come through. I would not make a bag only using one layer of this vinyl. I would back it up with foam, fleece, something or other. But even if I did have that backed up with foam, like this piece here, I would still gaffer tape it, because you can see that rivet not going to come through. Now, marine vinyl, top quality upholstery marine vinyl can withstand loads of things. Got the fabric backing on the back of it, and look, it still stretches. So don't be fooled that marine vinyl, even though it is the best stuff you can get, it's upholstery vinyl. You know, it's got stretch on it so that they can cover your boat seats or your new lounge or something or other in it. And it's the same thing. So if you're going to make bags out of it, you need to give that vinyl the best chance you can and reinforce it. So that rivet's already pulled through, and this one, no, won't budge with the gaffer tape on the back. And I'll show you what I've done with the bag I'm currently making, because I know this vinyl is not going to survive. So I've sewn the straps down the front. I've got vinyl. I've got foam. Oops, sorry. I need an extra hand. So what I've done with these straps here, so that's only folded to the center. It's not a 4-fold strap, so it is still quite skinny there. But what I've done, and I know it'll be really hard to see, I've got gaffer tape inside there, this same black tape that I use. So that's inside that. It's going to protect that vinyl from being ruined by the hardware. Pretty easy. You don't have to sew through it. It's put on before I wrap it in the hardware. Then on the back of this bag, even though I've got foam in there, I'll see if I can fold it down, where I know I'm going to put a rivet in there to hold that down. So rivets are not just decorative. If I left this without a rivet, like a frog, you're going to pull on that. You're going to put your gear in it. It's going to get some pressure on it regardless of that tape under there. But as soon as I put a rivet in that spot, it's going to stop the entire pull. That's why we put rivets there, not just to look nice. It's going to help with that pull on there. But underneath, I've got another bit of gaffer tape, which is on the vinyl itself. If you're using an iron-on or a, the self-adhesive stabilizers or what have you, you can still put that on first. And quite frankly, with vinyl, I never adhere any foams, even iron-on foam. I just sew it in. Part of it is laziness and part of it's because I can't be trusted near vinyl with an iron. So when I get to it today, when I put a rivet in here, I'm only going to have 2 layers of vinyl. Then I've got the gaffer tape underneath, and then I've got another bit of gaffer tape on the back, and then I've got my foam. So once I get that rivet in there, it's not going to go anywhere, and it's not going to pull through the vinyl. So I see there's lots of new people just arrived, so I'll show you again. We're just talking about reinforcing your hardware. I'll show you. So I like to do this with my straps. Sometimes I sew them really nicely. Sometimes I end up with a really crappy job. So this is the Mora vinyl, which is not hugely strong in an application like this, and it's only 1 layer. So inside there, I'll see if I can stick, hang on. I've reinforced that, just what's going over the hardware, with some scrap cordura. So when you pull on that, that rivet is stopping it from stretching too far. But when you pull on that, it's not going anywhere because it's reinforced underneath. If you don't do that, you're eventually going to tear the vinyl on the edges and your strap will come apart. You'll have cranky customers and you'll drop your bag while you're walking around with it. And these ones here, and I'll show you Peter's bag if I can get it up here. I've got loads of stuff in it to oh, sorry. The kids have got my phone stand because they've been YouTubing. I tell you, it's all about the children here. So I'll it's a bit hard to see there too, but a shoulder strap is going to go on this section of the bag. Even if it wasn't for my husband, who's a big man who will throw it around the car, I would still do this for my bag, even though I'm a little bit gentler. But if you can see in there, there's another layer of vinyl to reinforce that D-ring that I've got on there. So you don't have to sew through that and add extra layers for your machine. It does have a rivet in it, which is going to stop that pull, and that underneath there is going to stop that vinyl stretching and tearing against the hardware. So, and I've done the same on his straps, but they're a bit riveted down now. You can't see where it's done. But that's it. So I hope you find that helpful. And I'll just show you these ones again for the newcomers. This is what happens when you don't reinforce your vinyl. Even your fabrics as well, because you will pull that hardware through. See, that's top quality marine vinyl. It still has stretch. And this that I made Peter's bag out of will still come through if you don't reinforce your fabrics. All right, the kids are back, so I will bid you farewell and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll hopefully get this bag finished this afternoon with a little bit of luck. I'll just show you. It's going to be awesome. And then the base of it is in this stripe. So, yeah, I didn't need another duffel bag, but it's going to be fabulous. All right, if there's any questions, just pop them in the comments and I'll come back to you. Bye now.